Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're covering the 3 components of an onboarding process. So if you've made it this far, that means you're now signing on clients, which is really exciting, especially in the beginning. But you might be wondering, what do I do now? What do I do with my new client? Do I give them assignments? Do I give them something to do? Or do I just wait until the start date? And so if you're wondering these things, it's very common, and don't worry, we've got you covered. So from the time you end the sales call to the start date of your program, there will be a gap, most likely, or a period of time where you and your client are not interacting. So this is where having an onboarding process is incredibly valuable, because you want your client to connect to your program right away. Remember, they just made a big investment in your program, or in themselves and your program. So you want to make sure that your client feels supported right away. And having an onboarding process will also reassure them that they made the right decision. So your onboarding process is essentially your client's first activity or assignment. So when you're creating your onboarding process, we want you to keep the following 3 components in mind.
So the first component to include in your onboarding process for new clients is to give them an assignment that has them set up the structure and the organization of everything they're going to be doing with you. And this will be on their own device, their own laptop, their own space. So you might be sending them a package of materials, but you need them to set up everything on their own space so that they can navigate the materials and the process very quickly and easily. Okay, so a really good way to do this is to give them a very simple, straightforward checklist of everything that you would like them to do to set up. And this can include having them set up a Google Drive folder where they're going to keep their files, any physical supplies that you want them to procure, such as a journal. Go ahead and put that on your checklist. Any programs they need or accounts they need to set up. And all of this is really great. Having a setup process as step 1 is really great, because it makes everything that follows more streamlined. And it creates a huge sense of accomplishment to set the stage, and you want your new client to feel that sense of accomplishment and to really feel confident about where they're going to place everything, how they're going to be moving forward with you.
Component number 2 is connect your client to their why. So everybody has a why, otherwise known as a purpose, a belief, or a cause of some sort that drives our decisions and behaviors. So whether your client is aware of this or not, there's a purpose as to why they signed up with you. For instance, if you are a writing coach and your client came to you to help them write their first memoir, it's likely that they want to leave a legacy behind, and that's what's really driving them. Or if a client comes to you to help them lose weight, it could be they want to improve the state of their health because they want to be there for their children and see them grow up. So by connecting your client to these bigger purposes, they are more likely to see a deeper meaning in the work that they do with you. And also, throughout the program, it is likely that they will experience some sort of a setback or a challenge at some sort. So reconnecting them back with this why is very powerful and useful even later on in the program. But doing it right off the bat connects them right away to your program on a more meaningful level. So you can help them connect to their why by offering some prompts or questions as part of your onboarding process. So these questions will get their mind thinking deeper about what is really driving them. So for example, you can ask them questions like, what do you value most in life? Make a list of your top 10 values. What are your biggest motivators? What gets you up in the morning? What keeps you up at night? Or who do you want to inspire? So these are just some questions and ideas you can play around with that you can include in your onboarding process to connect your client to their bigger why.
Third component for your onboarding process is to now give them a specific assignment that helps them learn what they came to you in the first place. So this is the actual content of your program. So you've got the setup, you've gotten them to articulate a sense of purpose. Now you want them to actually start the content of the program. That's why they came to you. So here are some examples of the very first assignment. Keep this small, specific, and something that they can complete right before your next meeting. And of course, you want this to be within a week, 2 weeks at most. Okay, so here's some examples of first assignments. You can have them read a few articles or videos that you have curated that relate to the content of your program, and then they can reflect on what they learned and be prepared to talk with you about that at your first meeting. Another example is if you're a health coach, you can have your new client take inventory of their pantry or their fridge and really assess what it is that they are purchasing in terms of groceries. If you're a relationship coach, you can have your new client write down specifically what they are looking for in a partner and be prepared to talk with you about that at your first meeting. Or if you're a writing coach, you can have your new client write an outline for their project, the structure of what they want to write in a book. All of these are very small, specific tasks that get them started on the program itself. And these are really powerful because it starts the transformation process and it gets them engaged with the material very, very quickly. So this video concludes our Coaching Business Starter Kit video series. And what we'd like for you to do is to reach out to us and let us know if you have questions about the videos. Tell us how you're doing with the strategies that we're offering. And we also want you to be on the lookout for upcoming webinars where we're going to go more in depth in this process, and we'll be interacting with you directly to help you go through this process yourself. And as always, we're here for you. We look forward to being a part of your journey as a coach and a business owner. So reach out anytime with your questions.